Hello, friends. I will be showing you how to do your division work for Wednesday. Sorry, totally had a brain fart there. So when you go into Mr. Evans' classroom, it's going to be labeled as Division 1111. And you're going to go here, and mine is going to look a little different because I have teacher rights and you have student rights, but you are going to log in with Google. Once you get to this spot, I'm going to move my face over here. You will then just fill in the blanks. So reciprocal just means the flip of the fraction. So for this part, you would do, when you flip the fraction 5/9, the 9th goes to the top and the 5 goes on the bottom. When you flip 8, you got to think of the whole number as 8/1. So when I think of 8/1, when I flip it, the 1 comes to the top and the 8 comes to the bottom. This is something that you really need to focus on. Putting a whole number over 1 and knowing that when you flip it, it becomes a fraction. That is extremely important for division. For this one, I would put, this is a normal flip, like that. Okay, so find each quotient. Quotient means an answer to a division problem. For this, I am going to need to do the keep, change, flip pattern. I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to pull up the resource that you should be using. Let me see if I can pause. All right, this is the helper you should be using when you do this, dividing a fraction by a whole number. So here we see the 8 is the whole number and a fraction comes last. It does not matter if the whole number is in the beginning or if it's in the end. You always need to put the whole number over 1. So starting here, this is an example, put whole number over 1. Again, it says it does not matter whether the whole number comes first or last. You're going to keep the first fraction the same. So in this case, I am going to keep 8/1 the same. I am going to try my best with this tool, and sometimes it does not work in my favor. So I'm going to do 1, you can already see it's not, 1/8. Oh, I've already lost my train of thought here. I'm going to erase this. That looks so bad. Oh my goodness, so bad. Make it a bit thicker. Hopefully this is better. I don't know. So the first thing is to put my whole number over 8. So I have 8/1. Step 2. So that is keeping that first fraction the same. I'm going to change the divide to a times sign. So I will now put a times sign here. Oh, this looks so bad. And then I'm going to flip my second fraction. So here, it doesn't matter. It's always the last fraction that you flip. So whatever's on the bottom comes to the top. Whatever's on the top comes to the bottom. So 5 comes to the top. Oh my gosh, this looks so bad. And then you go ahead and you multiply it as normal. So 8 times 5 is 4. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. 40/2. And so now I'm left with an improper fraction. An improper fraction means I need to divide by using what I call the house. Whatever's on the top goes on the inside of the house. Whatever's on the outside, on the bottom goes on the outside of the house. 2 times what goes into 4? 2. I'm trying to write this small so it stays on the screen. 2 times what goes into 0? I'm going to keep it to 0. So when I come over here, Okay, let's see. I'm going to try my best here. So when I come over here, my answer would be a 20. So one more time, you put the whole number over a 1, change the dividing sign to a times, and you flip the last fraction, meaning whatever's on the bottom now comes to the top, and whatever was on the top goes to the bottom. You multiply the top numbers going across, you multiply the bottom numbers going across, and then you simplify. And if you need help with the simplifying, this might look a little confusing, but if you look here, the top number was 15, that goes inside. The bottom number is 2, it goes on the outside. You do a regular division problem. Your remainder would be a 1. And this 2, which is the same 2 as the denominator, stays the denominator. It is still a 2. So I hope this helps, and if you need more help, please ask your teacher or message me.